I used to lose almost every single trade that I took. And in that process, I lost tens of thousands of dollars. But the problem wasn't my strategy. My setups were good. My entries were good. There's just one thing keeping me from making $100,000 per month like I am now. And that was my mind. You see, I was completely controlled by my emotions. In fact, I was using the exact same strategy that I am now. I just couldn't execute it correctly. So in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how I was able to reprogram my mind to start becoming a profitable trader. And once I did reprogram my mind, I was able to have my first $50,000 month and start having over $100,000 per month working just 1 to 2 hours per day. Now, if you want to learn to trade directly from me, click the link below to see if you qualify. With that, let's get into the video. So when it comes to rewiring your brain with trading, I'm going to share some things that I was aware of when I started trading and some things that I became aware of as I progressed through my trading journey. Now, some of these points may resonate with you now. Maybe you've experienced them. Maybe you haven't. Maybe you've heard of them before. But I'm going to share with you some of the misnomers that existed in my mind when I started trading. And here we go. First one, this first slide, I'm going to talk about what trading is not about. Trading is not about getting rich quick. I put this first, not because you probably already know that. You're like, of course, I've heard that 100 times. I'm not going to try to get rich quick. Here's the thing. Maybe not right now, but as soon as you taste a little bit of success, whether it's one big day, your mind rewires itself and will trick you into thinking that you can. And it'll happen once. It'll happen twice. It'll happen after a big day, a big week, a big month, a big year. It'll continuously come after you and tell you that you can get rich quick, and it will cause you to deviate from your strategy. It'll cause you to break your rules. It'll cause you to change your emotionless risk management system, and that's because making money triggers an emotion, and it's called greed. And greed will come after you every single time that you have success. You have to keep this in check. Number 2, trading is not about being right. Now, I didn't struggle with this as much as some, but I have seen this take down a lot of traders. What you have to realize is that the market can do anything. It can literally do anything. You can see structures that look similar, setups that look nearly identical, and once you take entry, price can go the exact opposite it did the time before. And that doesn't make you wrong. It doesn't make you right. What it does is it tells you the fact that no two setups are going to be equal and that you should never expect to be right or wrong. What you need to do is something very different, and I'll get to that on the next slide. Just remember, it's not about being right. And don't worry if your mind tricks you into saying, I was wrong this time. You were right. You weren't wrong. The best strategies, the best setups are never going to be 100%. Number 3, trading is not about beating the market. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, you're in a position as a retail trader, as dumb money, whatever you want to call it, you are facing Goliath. We are David, we are facing Goliath because hedge funds, algorithms, enough capital that can choose where the market goes is working against you. You do not have enough capital to move the market. And you have people on Wall Street with professions on how to take your money. You're never going to beat them. It's like playing poker against someone who can control the dealer. You're not beating the market. What you're really doing is something very different, and I'll get to that on the next slide. Number 4, trading is not about chasing a 90% win rate. A 90% win rate does not exist for retail traders. If you are focusing your efforts on trying to improve your win rates so that you get to 90%, either that success will be short-term or you're sacrificing the percent gain on your trades and you're only focusing on getting a win, which might be 1%, 2%, 3%. It's not going to be beneficial for your account over time to chase a 90% win rate. And number 5, trading is not about motivation. It's not about getting up and clapping your hands and saying, I am motivated to make money today. Why is that? Motivation is an emotion. It comes and goes. You might wake up if you don't feel motivated. What do? Not trade? The other thing that motivation will do is it'll spark and increase your emotional level, and it will cause you to make mistakes. It'll cause you to go away from your system. Don't focus on motivation. Here's what trading is about from what I found in my 3 years of trading. 1, trading is about consistency and scaling. It doesn't matter how big your account is. You want to focus on your percent gain with a reasonable target. What that is about 2 to 3% of your overall account per week. Now, as you get further and further into trading, you can stretch that out. You can increase your leverage. You can tweak your trading so that if you optimize it, you can get closer to 6% per week. But that is once you've been trading for a good amount of time with long-term success. At the end of the week, scale your account up based on the gains that you get per week And over time, you stack percentage on percentage on percentage, and that is how you grow your account over time. Number 2, trading is about developing a strategy, which if you watch my science-backed strategy video, it is a hypothesis. It is not about being right or wrong. It's about looking at the charts, finding your levels, taking entry on firm 5-minute candle closes above resistance for calls, below support for puts, and then seeing what happens. The thing you must do is continue to track your success on your trades to be sure that you're hitting the percentages that you want. If you're not, you need to reassess your strategy and make tweaks so that you can aim for 65 to 70% wins with a 7 to 10% gain on the trades that you are successful on. In addition, number 3, you want to take good entries, and then you have to accept what the market gives you. Sometimes the market just doesn't distribute up or down in large candles. And if that happens, you have to accept that. Maybe you modify your execution a little bit, and maybe you're okay with taking smaller percent on the first half of your position. Pay attention to your draw. Make sure you're taking entries on firm 5-minute candle closes. And some days it just doesn't follow through, and that is part of trading. Number 4, you want to aim for a 65 to 70% win rate, and then you implement an emotionless risk management system to mitigate your risk to ensure that your losing trades are not more than your winning trades. If you can do this over time, consistently, scale, that is how you grow your account. Number 5, last thing, trading is about discipline. What's the difference between motivation and discipline? As I said before, motivation is an emotion. Discipline is a habit. Learn discipline. Learn how to do things that you don't want to do. Implement discipline into all aspects of your life. That will carry through to your trading. You will do a better job at sticking to your system. You do a better job of sticking to your rules. You'll do a better job at finding consistent entries, and you will have consistent success. Now, this example that I'm about to share, I'm actually a little embarrassed to share, honestly, but it goes to show you exactly what can happen when your emotions take over. This chart is from January 17th of 2024. It was a little over a year into my trading journey. Now, we'll come back to this chart in just a bit, but I want to show you my prior month. Here is my exact P&L each day from December of 2023. December 4th, the first day in this particular month that I traded, had a really nice day, made about $3,700. December 5th, made about $1,500. The next day, December 6th, made about $1,600. The next day, December 7th, made just under $1,700. I'm on a roll. The next day, December 8th, didn't quite have the returns that I had, but I remember I took a losing trade and took 2 winning trades to break above break even for the day. Wonderful week. Next week, December 11th, made about $640. The next day, December 12th, didn't trade that day. I can't remember exactly what I was doing. I think I was working like the average person would do. Didn't take a trade, didn't make any money, but that's just fine. The next day, December 13th, had a really nice day, made $2,300. The next day, December 14th, had my best trading day of the month, made $8,000. I was on a complete roll, on my way to my goal month of $50,000. I was on a roll. The next day, December 15th, made $2,000. Absolute killer week. I'm on a roll. I'm above target. I'm on my way to making $50,000 in less than a year of trading in one single month. I was elated. I was doing absolutely everything that trading is about. I had found my strategy. I had found my execution. I was on a roll. Next week, December 18th, made $1,700. The next day, December 19th, just short of $1,000. Not quite the trading day price, just didn't distribute like it was. Very happy with a $1,000 day. The next day, December 20th, my best day ever, had finally hit a 5-figure target. Absolutely thrilled. I'm on my way. The next day, made $4,000 in one day. Awesome. The next day, $2,100. I'll take it. Absolutely killing it. I'm on my way. I'm doing everything exactly how trading should be done, and I'm on my way. I'm about to scale up, and I'm near my target of $50,000 in 1 month for the first time. Into the last week of December of 2023. December 25th, Christmas, no trade. December 26th, took a loss. My first loss of the month, not too bad, just under $1,000. That's part of trading. Next day, December 27th, made more, right back, a $5,000 day, fantastic. The next day, December 28th, made just under $3,000. I will take it. I'm on my way. And the last day of the month, $1,200. I just came short of a $50,000 month. and I'll show you exactly what my P&L was for December of 2023. Just over $100 short of $50,000. I'll take it. $50,000 month for December of 2023. I started my trading journey December 7th of 2022. I had a goal that in 1 year I would accomplish a $50,000 month. I just came short of it. However, I was doing absolutely everything right. That's what trading is all about. Now, fast forward just over a couple weeks later, what did I do? Welcome to January 17th of 2024. This particular day, there was news in the morning. It was CPI, Consumer Price Index, one of the more market-moving economic news days of each month. The CPI came in well under what was expected, meaning that the actual inflation indicator said that inflation is less than what we predicted. More often than not, that makes SPY go up. And in fact, it did make it go up. If this had been a 5-minute chart, you would have seen right at 8:30, price shot from about 471, give or take, all the way up to just under 475, a 4-point move. At that point, I thought SPY will distribute up throughout the day, and I actually got a nice discount because price came back down. I thought that I knew, and I was going to be right, that SPY would go up throughout the New York trading session. And so what did I do? I actually took call entries on market open right at the top of this wick here. Now, because CPI had just dropped, the volatility was up, and I took a strike price back up at 474, predicting that price would go up at least to the top of this wick, and I would be banking. Well, this did go up, but it never achieved 474, and then it ripped down over 4 points. What did I do? I left my stop off, thinking that I was going to be right, and that price would go back up, and I would bank another 5-figure win. Guess what? It never happened. In fact, I actually put more contracts on, thinking that I knew what was going to happen, and here's the result. My first 5-figure loss. Now, while this was a terrible result and something I would never advocate that you do, it might have been the best thing that happened to me in my trading journey. It knocked me off my high horse. It knocked me off of my winner's tilt, and I was humbled by the market. Everything about that day told me price was going to go up, except for price action. This was not a strategy that I'd ever learned. It's something that I thought I knew better than the market, and I thought that I could take advantage based off of economic news, not based off of my strategy, not based on an emotionless risk management system. It was purely thinking that I knew better than the market, and I was humbled. In fact, it took me a couple months to get back on track. However, just a few months later, in April of 2024, I reprogrammed my mind, and I was able to hit my first $100,000 month just 3 months later. Simply because I was able to be humbled by the fact that I do not know better than the market, and that the long-term winning strategy is to stick to a strategy, implement an emotionless risk management system, and to scale each week. And if you're able to do that over time with consistency, with sticking to the strategy, and with 100% of the time implementing a risk management system that is emotionless, you will begin to stack profits week after week after week. You don't get rich quick, but with patience and with time and with discipline, you can get back on track. You can achieve 6-figure months with this system. If you got a lot of value out of this video, please subscribe to my channel. Multiple videos coming every single week. And by the way, if you want to learn from me, trading alongside me every single day live, click the link below to see if you qualify. See you next time.